I will never understand why the price of apartments go up the longer you stay at your apartment complex. Like, why isn't there like a rewards program or like loyalty points? Like, why isn't there discounts for, ongoing members? Every other facet of life, insurance, like, so any other subscriptions, like the longer you're with someone, the price should go down. Like, I don't get it. It might be another financial reason that I'm just not thinking of at the moment, but why am I getting punished for paying my rent? Like, my reward for paying my rent for a whole year was the price going up. Congratulations. Thank you for paying your rent for a whole year. We're going to increase it. There's no incentive for staying at your apartment for more than 2 years because it's going to go up. If it goes up that first year, that second year is going to go up even more. So there's really no incentive to stand at your apartment complex after like 2 years, if you ask me. I just don't get it, man. It's probably an answer I'm just not thinking of, but somebody let me know. Why is that? Which one of you, can one of you realtors let me know? Is this just for apartments? Or does it work with houses too? Somebody tell me something, man, before I go shoot.
People are starting to ask a question that actually makes too much sense. Why does rent go up the longer you stay? Because in almost every other part of life, loyalty is supposed to mean something. You stay with a company, you keep paying, you keep the agreement, and there is usually some kind of reward, discount, or benefit. But with rent, your reward for paying on time for a whole year is another increase, and that is what people are venting about. It feels like being punished for surviving. You keep the place clean, you pay every month, you do not cause problems, you renew your lease, and then suddenly, the same apartment costs $100, $200, sometimes more, for no real change in your life except a higher bill. And when people try to move, they realize it is not any better out there. 1 bedrooms are over $2,000, 2 bedrooms are even worse. Rooms in someone's house are being rented for $1,000. And buying a house is not some easy escape either, because mortgages, insurance, taxes, repairs, and fees are crushing people too. So now the question is not just, where should I live? It is, how is anybody supposed to afford living at all?
So can y'all tell me if this makes sense? My landlord raised my rent last month, January. I could barely afford the rent to begin with. How is he already talking about raising the rent for March? Like, is that shit legal? Like, can he do that? Can you raise the rent so soon after raising it? Because he's telling me his mortgage went up. And so he has to raise the rent. Otherwise, he's going to end up losing money. And I'm thinking, how is that my problem? How is that my fault? Everything is going up for everyone. But you can't just go ahead and raise the rent 2 months after you've already raised it. I am so sick and tired of this. Like, this shit can't be legal. Like, how is this legal? Like,
Hi Jackson, it's Josie. I'm just calling with regards to this email that I've just got through about the rent increase. Well, I mean, obviously, it's quite a big increase.
It's not that much. It's not that much.
Well, yeah, it's £100 that it's gone up by. So I'm just a bit shocked as to why it's gone up. We have just renewed the contract and said a set price that we were happy to move forward with, and now you're springing this increase on me. So you're raising the cost for what reason?
Well, I've recently had a baby. My wife just had a baby, and the money's got to come from somewhere. I've got to I've got to afford maintenance on your place. Like, how many times have you called me out, like, for plumbing and stuff? And every time I've sent a man there in days and I've got it fixed. That's because I'm a good landlord. It's
Absolutely
in conjunction with
ridiculous.
inflation as
Jackson,
well.
I shouldn't have to deal with the price increase because you're having a baby.
Well, it's really nothing. What is that, 25 quid a week? Can you not make 25 quid a week? Are you that lazy? Do you not work? Listen, you can have all the problems with it that you want, but at the end of the day, you signed in the contract, so you're in here or you're not. You either pay the rent that I'm asking, or I'll give you a week to get rid of your stuff, and that's me being nice, because I wouldn't usually give people a week. I'd usually give them 24 hours. You've got two choices. You either pay the 100 quid or you don't, and you leave.
Yo, the cost of living is ridiculous. So, you know, my lease is about to end, and, you know, I'm apartment hunting, just looking around, and I haven't been apartment hunting in so long because I've been in my current place for about 2 years. And now that I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is what they talking about. I'm looking at 1 bedrooms for $2,000, $2,100, 2 bedrooms, $2,300. I would never pay that for an apartment. I will never. And I know a lot of people keep saying, you know, just get a house, get a house. It's not that simple, buddy. When you have a house, your base mortgage could be $1,600, but all the other stuff you got to pay on top of that, you're paying a lot more than that. I know people paying $2,600 for mortgage, $2,700 for a mortgage. No, I'm not doing that right now. And then you understand property taxes, HOA fees, all that stuff that adds up. Having a house is not cheap. It's very expensive, and you need to be financially well off to have a house. And most people are not financially well off, and they have houses and they're house poor. I don't want to be that person. Baby steps. Now, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I'm paying that much for an apartment. But at this point, I have no choice. I had set up an apartment tour, and God be speaking to me. I set up an apartment tour. I knew something was off because the prices were a little down there. This morning, that same apartment complex I set up a tour for, they said someone got shot and killed this morning. Tour canceled. And my prayers go out to whoever the victim was. But yes, tour is canceled. I'm not about to go get an apartment someone just actively got killed at. So next option. At this point, it's looking like I might have to pay $2,100 for an apartment. I seen these one apartments. They were beautiful, gorgeous, in a good area. $2,200 for a 2-bedroom. I think not.
Our landlord said our rent was going up $200 for the next year. And we said, how about it goes up just $100 instead? And he said, sure. Which then it's like, was it going up $200? Or that was just an idea you had? Because 100 is way less. And if it doesn't have to go up 200, it could go up 100, then it could also not go up. It'd be the same distance to not going up as it was going from 200 to 100. So it's confusing, trying to figure out what is going on.
I'm not even gonna lie, rent so high, I'm about to go pick up a shift at the leasing office. I'm about to cover their Saturdays because rent is about to blow us out the country. I heard that they be getting discounts when they work at the leasing office. If you ask me, a part-time job as a leasing agent don't sound too bad. Because when I think about it, I really was sitting on the most amount of money when I was a resident advisor in college. When I didn't have to pay for room and board, when I tell you that money was so fat, boy, that check, that refund, that money from them jobs was so fat. Don't even get me started. And I just genuinely feel like if you can find a way to finesse and really get ahead by not having to pay for living, ain't no way you ain't balling out. And I get everybody's situation is different. I'm not trying to say that and tell people what they should do or whatever like that. I'm just giving my opinion for all the comments and the internet warriors. But like, Think about it. If I could really pull that off, keep my same career, pick up maybe 1 to 2 shifts every now and then at a leasing office and get free or discounted rent.
And this is why rent feels so personal. Because housing is not optional. You can cut back on eating out. You can skip vacations. You can stop buying clothes. But you cannot stop needing a place to sleep. So when rent keeps going up, people do not just feel annoyed. They feel trapped. A landlord can say their mortgage went up, their expenses went up, or the market changed. But tenants are sitting there thinking, my bills went up too, my groceries went up too, my gas went up too, my life got more expensive too. But renters cannot just raise their paycheck because their rent increased. That is the part that feels unfair. And then, apartment hunting becomes its own kind of nightmare. You either pay too much for something basic, move somewhere unsafe, commute farther, rent a room, or stay where you are and accept another increase. None of it feels like winning. And people are tired of being told to just buy a house because ownership is expensive too. A lot of homeowners are drowning quietly between repairs, property taxes, insurance, and interest rates. So renters feel stuck, owners feel stuck, and younger people are looking at the future wondering what kind of world they are being handed. Because if rent is too high, houses are too expensive, and wages are not keeping up, then this is not just a personal budgeting problem, it is a cost of living crisis. And maybe that is why these videos hit so hard, because everyone is trying to find a home, but fewer people can afford the price of simply staying somewhere.
People are charging $1,000 a month to rent rooms in their home. $1,000 a month to rent a room. Bro, what the fuck we gonna do? The cost of living has gotten out of hand, and y'all buy a house, man. Everybody that I know that owns a house tells me don't buy no fucking house. They hate that shit. Between property taxes going the fuck up, insurance going the fuck up, niggas having to fix roofs. Is that what it is? Having to fix their roof and shit. Everybody I know that got a goddamn house tell me don't buy no goddamn house. They say at least you call a maintenance man. But dead ass, what the fuck we gonna do about the rising cost of living? Because what you mean you charging people $1,000? You got 3 rooms in your house, you're charging them $1,000 for somebody to come live there. This shit is sad. Like, my son gonna be an adult in the next couple of years. He's gonna graduate from high school and be an adult. And this is the world he has to live in? The fuck? I guess I need... shit is weird.